Bear the growling diesel was feeling wonderful. His temperamental engine had just been repaired, and he was now able to pull passenger trains again. As he backed down to his coaches, he was surprised to see an unpleasant face from his past cruiser.
Well, 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 it's been quite a while, hasn't it, 7101? Sneered 199. I must say, it feels good to be back.
What are you doing here, Spamcan? Bear groaned. The blue diesel glared at his former accomplice.
The Fat Controller was in need of another engine to handle all the mainline work, he continued bluntly. Hardly surprising when he has to rely on useless things like you.
Horrid as usual, I see, muttered Bear. Some things never change.
Fortunately, some things do, and for the better, I say. After all, 7101, isn't it wonderful that the Fat Controller finally saw sense and sent those filthy steam engines away?
Before Bear could remind Spamcan of the time a steam engine had humiliated him in a rescue, the guard's whistle blew, and he had to leave. Things became worse later that night, when Spamcan had arrived back at the sheds.
What on earth is that filthy thing doing here? He scowled. And next to my shed too! Go and sleep in the carriage shed. You aren't wanted here.
The filthy thing was Gordon, who was due to leave the next day for the National Railway Museum on the mainland. He was about to put the arrogant Diesel in his place, but the others chimed in first. Maybe you should go and sleep in the carriage shed if it's such a problem, snapped Boko.
Then maybe we wouldn't have to put up with your bratish behaviour,
added Daisy. Spamcan became even more cross. He couldn't believe that the other Diesels were defending a steam engine. Rather than continue to argue, he huffed childishly and went to sleep. The next day, Spamcan arrived at the big station, ready to take the express.
Get in quickly, please,
he called. The passengers got in quickly, the guard's whistle blew, and he set off. However, as he was travelling down the main line, he began to feel strange. He didn't realise that his brake ejector had failed, and soon he was slowing down as his brakes applied harder and harder.
What on earth is happening?
He wailed. Inevitably, he came to a grinding halt at the next station, as passengers and workmen stared in confusion. "Hello, Spamcan," grinned Gordon. "Come to see me off, have you? And you brought a train full of passengers too, how very kind." Gordon moved him onto the siding out of the way, just as the Fat Controller arrived. "Once again you've upset my arrangements, 199. Now I have to find another engine to take this train." Gordon perked up. "I could take it, sir," he said. "It'd be good to leave the island pulling the express for one final time." The Fat Controller beamed. A few minutes later, Gordon was coupled to the express and on his way to the mainland. He thundered down the line, whistling at every station as people crowded around to see him go past. When he arrived on the mainland, he uncoupled from the train and set off for the National Railway Museum, excited to be reunited with his cousins. As for Spamcan, a mender the works diesel took him to the carriage sheds to have his injector mended.
Looks like someone took your advice to go sleep in the carriage sheds after all, Boko.
Chuckled Daisy. I suppose some things really do change for the better after all. Eh, Spamcan? Taunted Bear. Spamcan, wisely, said nothing.